it's Jen, and I am here to show you, I am starting Project Life again this year, and I only did it for about 12 weeks or something like that a couple years ago in 2013 or 14, I can't remember. But I decided to go ahead and try it again this year, and I'm going to try a 6x8 format. I have this album, I have two of these actually, from Felicity Jean. They're 6x8 albums. They're not super huge, so we'll see if this ends up being what I keep everything in or not. I think I want to do this, but anyway, I am going to be doing this 6x8. So I've gone ahead and printed out photos and thought I'd put together my week one with you here. And I don't know if I'm going to do this every week, but I'd like some feedback from you on if you'd like to see this from me or not. So I'm using, for this particular week, a bunch of Ali Edwards digital stuff. I've printed some things on my photos. This is going to be my title page, which are some digital brushes from Ali. And I've also printed a few things directly onto these two photos, which this little thing that says "Here we go" right here is from Ali, and so is this, which I need to trim this photo down. I've got a little white on the bottom here. And so I'm not going to do every single day necessarily, just kind of like an overview of the week. So I just want a good glimpse because 6x8's small. I don't always take a photo a day anyway, so I think this will work out well. So I'm going to go ahead and probably fast forward this and voice it over. I probably won't have to fast forward too much because I'm keeping it super simple and I want it to be super simple. So for embellishments, I've just pulled out a bunch of old Ali Edwards Story Kit stuff, and I have a few cards because I will have one filler card that I'll write probably on. And so that's the plan, and I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you how this is going to work out. Okay, so I'm going to start by just adding this 2017 to the title page, and it's an acrylic piece, and what I find the adhesive that I like best for that is a ThermoWeb multimedia adhesive, and I will link to that in the video description as well as over on my blog where I will have more information about this layout too. So now I'm just kind of planning out what I want this page to look like and putting my photos in the slots there, and I am going to use this little card and back it with this photo to make a little flip that'll go in the center of these two photos. I kind of anticipate having a lot of times where I add a little something in between the two layouts or the two sides of the spread, just because of the size of this. And I'm using a hole punch here. This is from Crop-A-Dial. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a bigger hole punch. I'll link to it. I got the idea from Ali. Someone suggested it to her, Ali Edwards, and so now I jumped on that bandwagon. I like the bigger holes because my Crop-A-Dial's holes are smaller. So I am looking through, so that Monday through Sunday card is from an Ali Edwards Story Kit, an older one, I think. And I'm just looking through some of my chipboard pieces that I also have left over from the Ali Edwards Story Kits to see if I want to add something. I do want to add something, but to see what I could add. And so I'm just looking through the various things here to see what might work. And I do find a couple from the Tough Story Kit, and that one on the photo says "You're stronger than you think," and then I'll also add one that says "Storms don't last forever" on the back of that little card I'm inserting in the middle. So I'm just kind of lining it up with the mantelpiece on the photo, and then I'm going to add a little bit of journaling below it using that line as kind of a journaling line. And I don't love the way my handwriting turned out, but I just want to get this, I want this project to be done more than beautiful, and so I'm just writing it and I'm letting it go. Even though it probably would have looked nicer if I printed it on the photo or if I took my time with my writing. I'm using a Sharpie pen here just because I wanted it to dry quickly. And now I'm going to add a little bit to this photo with the storm. And I added in Photoshop, I added that little digital stamp, and that's from Ali Edwards before I printed it. And so I'm using a white Jelly Roll pen now, which I find works really, really well on this glossy cardstock that I usually print on. And I'm also going to stamp the date with some white ink, and that's the Crafters ink from Ali Edwards in her newer release, and it is called Cascade. And I love those Crafters inks. They do take a little bit longer to dry if you're stamping on a photo, but they will eventually. So I'm also going to stamp the dates on my other photos, and I'm going to use black StazOn ink and roller stamp from Pebbles. Okay, so my video cut out because I didn't realize that my SD card was full, but I wanted to show you the finished product here. So here is my intro page. I'm keeping it really super simple. It's just the page and then this little acrylic pieces from Ellie Studio. And then I just am mostly doing photos here. I added in this little thing because I got a little thank you kit in the mail from Ali Edwards and Katie and I don't know, from Ali and their team, and I wanted to include that in here and just say how grateful I was to be on that team, and I'm grateful to continue on it. I just wrote directly on the photo here, added a few word stickers, and then on the back of this, so I added chipboard in 3 places so that there was more than one, and then I also added these little word strips in a couple of places. And I just wrote on this card the things that we did each day, even though I don't have photos for all of it. I have photos for a bunch of it, and I stamped the date on each photo so that you know what is which day. And you know, just keeping it simple, and this is how I plan to keep it, is just very, very simple. It's not super fancy and it's not super cute, but it's documented, and that's what matters to me. I did add the journaling to this card before I even printed it because there was a little bit more I wanted to tell there, so I'll probably do that quite often because I'm seeing this project being more photo heavy just because of the size that I've chosen to do it. And so yeah, that's my week 1 of Project Life, and we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping that it will be a really great fit for me, and that didn't take me very long at all, so if that's the way that it's going to be once a week, I can definitely handle that. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, or you know, I won't be offended if you don't. Because it's not super interesting, but I'm happy to do a flip through every once in a while if you prefer something like that. So just let me know what you like, and I am happy to try to accommodate. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.